Strength isn't a one-dimensional quality. It isn't just the amount of weight that you can lift, but also how many times you can lift it and even how slowly. I became a lot stronger when I managed to do 10 push-ups compared to when I could only do one. There are technical formulae that relate the weight and reps so that you can calibrate any uh, uh, ratio according to a 1 rep max. It seems that it's canonical to measure strength by a fairly nuanced yardstick. In our daily lives in middle-class communities, we don't need much strength. Well, that's what we think until a disc slips in the back from picking up a hairpin. But I'm not a doctor, and the reason I think about strength is that it's a proxy for other desirable benefits related to health and well-being, but also aesthetics. Strength correlates with muscle development, and muscle development promotes leanness. So that all sounds good, but where does the aesthetic fit in all this talk of ratios and technique? When you admire the figure of athletes at rest as much as in action, you recognize instinctively how the handsomeness of muscle must correlate with strength. The prestige of the combination is something that you know by the eye, in the same way that gamblers think that they can spot the vigour of a horse by its taut shape. Hence the saying, a shrewd judge of horse flesh. As with horses, gender makes no difference in the physiological link between strength and muscle. And even on the aesthetic side, shapely limbs seldom go out of fashion across the millennia. It seems that the pleasing, fulsome curves have long been a cipher for strength, and the two are in logical alignment. It's possible that our evolutionary makeup identifies strong-looking bodies as pretty-looking bodies. I don't know, but the two properties have been linked for a long time, and it seems not without reason. I know academically how unfashionable it's been throughout postmodernity to essentialise anything in society. It's wrong, we've been brought up to think, to ascribe attributes to nature when they're also culturally determined, because that's like denying a whole lot of myths and prejudices that have suppressed certain classes, genders and races while extolling the glory of the master narrative and the owners of the aesthetic order. It's a risk. But historically, there was no class or racial reason to valorise muscle. Strength and looks have been linked for millennia, and if they both err to leanness, we probably have a clue to understanding the tenacious aesthetics that persist in the age of digital media.